Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'd like to welcome you to a special edition of What's New, introducing you to our latest release, version 4.30. No tricks, but plenty of bootiful treats for our Standard and Enterprise Edition users. I'll go over the whole upgrade in more detail, but let's start with some highlights. Automatic logging of hours for scheduled activities. Hide the backup list for a specific activity or activities. Show the message to volunteers on the time clock. Filter hours logged by categorized and uncategorized activities. Prevent volunteers from logging hours for future assignments. And a few features and tweaks as suggested by all of you. Let's have a more detailed look at the new features and enhancements you'll find in this release. In addition to logging hours manually and via the time clocks, you can now have your hours logged automatically for your scheduled activities. Along with that, a filter for logged hours enables you to find hours that were logged manually, logged automatically, via the time clock, or unknown, that is, imported. Administrators can now hide or show the backup list for a specific activity, thereby hiding that option from volunteers. This option can also be set for multiple activities using the Bulk Activity Update feature. Administrators are not affected and will always be able to add a volunteer to or remove a volunteer from the backup list for an activity. A new setting enables you to show the message to volunteers when they are on the time clock or express time clock. This option is set by checking a box when editing the message, and it applies to both versions of the time clock. When approving or editing hours, there is now an option to filter the hours by uncategorized activities. Administrators can choose to prevent volunteers from specifying a date in the future when they are logging hours. This will mean that volunteers can only log hours for current or past activity assignments. The Notes field in the Miscellaneous section of a person's profile is now wider and will handle more text before the contents start scrolling. Volunteers no longer need to backspace over the 0 in the hours and minutes fields when logging hours. The value will be highlighted when they move to those fields, making it easier to log their hours. That's it for your introduction to this release. Be sure to check out your online help files for further details on all these new features and enhancements. Thanks for all the suggestions that help us make our software better every day.